How you doing? 10 year again, 10 board here. And today we're having someone that we've been anticipating, someone we all want to see, someone who would like to explain things to us clearly, those that have not been here, those that are here that still want some information. And we have our most important guest, Shugazi. Bro, the floor is yours.
Wagwan, what's good? Hello everybody. Hello, tennis subscribers. My name is Adesulu Oluwashogo, but I'm popularly known as Shogazi, right? So I'm a content creator, I'm a creative head, I'm a YouTuber as well. I'm sure you'll put my YouTube in the description after later, yeah?
Definitely.
And I don't really know what he is here to ask me today, but I guess I'm someone that I've been in Russia for close to almost 11 years now. So anything he wants to ask me, I guess I'll have a bit of an answer for you guys for that.
Okay, bro. So basically, my first question was how long you've been in Russia, which you just said right now. Bro, 11 years is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
How did you even get entrance to the Russian Federation 11 years ago? How was it like?
So I was 16 when I finished high school, secondary school, right? And I told my dad ever since then, like, yo, I don't want to do university in Nigeria. Because even my high school, it wasn't in Nigeria, it was in Cotonou. So, and I didn't want to study, I knew two things. I didn't want to study in Nigeria and I didn't want to wait a gap year, right? So, I wanted to study like piloting, like I wanted to become a pilot. So, initially the plan was to go to South Africa. There's a university called Witwatersrand, I think. And in SA, I did my research, they have like, they're good in aviation and piloting and all of that stuff. But my dad was like, no, he doesn't want me to go to SA because of xenophobia and all of those things.
Definitely.
So I was heartbroken. But then one day he just came back from work. He was like, yo, I found this Russian agent, man. Like, let's go to Russia. I'm like, eh?
Just like that.
I was like, to study what? He said because he wanted me to study mechanical engineering. Me, I won't be pilot. So he was like, go and study then aerospace engineering. It's like a compromise. It's not piloting. It's not like full-blown, engineering. So I was like, you know what? Anything besides Nigeria, bro. So that's how I pulled through with that agency.
So eventually, which course did you go for?
It was aerodynamics and ballistics.
In Moscow, yeah?
Yeah, in Moscow.
Wow. So 4 years?
Yes, 4 years. But I changed schools along the line, so I stayed longer in school than most. Because when I changed school, I had to redo like a year.
Is that like mandatory or just for your program or no?
Well, okay, so I didn't want to say this here. I would have loved to say it on my channel, but fuck it. You guys getting the exclusive. So I wasn't really a serious student back then. I got expelled. Yeah, I did get expelled and I had some issues. So I had to stay out of school for a while before I, got back into school.
After the expulsion, did you go back to Nigeria or you still stayed in Russia?
Oh, I went to Nigeria for a while, then I came back. Yeah, then I still had some issues sorting out some things with documents and all of that stuff before I could continue. So yeah.
That was like mind-blowing, even my brain.
Well, shit.
But another important question, bro, which I feel like my viewers are very, very interested. Why Russia, bro? Why? Why this place? I know that, okay, your dad brought you an agent, but eventually, after gaining your entry into the Russian Federation, I'm sure you had your options. Your visa then was like powerful enough to take you to different countries. You meet a lot of people. But why did you keep on, like, why Russia? You still came back to Russia. You're still in Russia.
Yeah.
Why?
Honestly speaking, yeah, at the time, I was like just a small kid. I didn't really know exactly what I wanted. All I knew is that I didn't want to be in Nigeria.
Of course.
And when I came here, I'm this kind of kid that, like, growing up, my family is very conservative, right? So my dad is a pastor. Your brother knows that. So they didn't really let us go out a lot. So me, when I came here, I wasn't even thinking like, oh, better opportunities. I was just like, oh, more. I don't day abroad, not to they explore. So I was really into the system and all. And as to why I'm still here, whew, I basically grew up here, bro. You know,
So you're like Russia is a part of you.
yeah, yeah. And a lot of the things that I have going on for myself started here and are tied to here. Like if I leave here, it means I'm going to start over somewhere else.
Are you
And
scared of starting over again?
the short answer is yes, bruh. The short answer is yes, because it's kind of difficult with all of. I mean, I haven't really done a lot of stuff here, but I have momentum here. Like people know me and stuff, what I do, and it's easy for me. For example, if I want to like get a deal with someone, they can already know from what they like. Okay, Shogazi this, Shogazi that. It's easier. Like, okay, I can trust this guy to an extent to let him on some stuff. But if I go somewhere else, I need to start working all the way up. So
Definitely.
yeah, but don't be scared of starting again. That's just a new thing.
Perfect, bro. So another question is, how easy was adaptation? Like 11 years, I cannot even imagine what 11 years here would be. Like even 11 years ago, you
Yeah.
understand? Like you relating with the Russians. I'm sure it's you might even be the first black Russians that we're seeing then.
Well, in my circle, we came that time in Patfak. That's the language course that we're doing, and it was with three Africans, if I'm not mistaken. It was me, a guy from Botswana, and an Egyptian guy. We're the ones like rolling together, going everywhere together. So yeah, adaptation was crazy. I was like book smart, but I wasn't like, you know, all round. I was a kind of socially awkward at that time. Honestly, I wasn't this extroverted, right? So it was really crazy. I couldn't even, you know, make orders from like McDonald's or things. I used to be very, very shy. So it was weird. But then my boys, like two of them, they're outgoing, right? So they're always dragging me to places, and from there started chilling with a lot of Russians. They both had Russian girlfriends, going for shashliks and all of that. So yeah, it just later everything blended, I guess. Everything blended. The more I met people, the more I learned the culture, the more I got free. So yeah.
How long did this take you? Like roughly? I know you're still learning, but you know, stuff for you to get to like
How long?
where you are right now. How long of how like the work? How long did it take?
It's I think it's a ongoing process. I think it's an ongoing process, because even till now there's still, so like last week there's still something, a new vocabulary in Russian that I learned. So it's, I wouldn't say there's a particular time frame, but for adapting, like as someone that's coming to Russia as a new person, man, depending on your, is it how do I put it? Your drive, your will, anything from, say, most people usually say 6 to 8 months. So I just go with that, like 6 to 8 months to a year. Yes, so depending on,
Based on the person.
yeah, depending on you. But the tip I can give, go out more, interact. Just don't be there reading your books always. Read your books, so
For interactions.
yeah, go out
Feel a
too
lot.
and all of that.
So you actually spoke about this, but you were not really like precise.
Yeah.
The Russian language, how difficult is it to learn?
Oh, well,
In general, how long did it take you to learn the Russian language? Like to communicate, because even the Russians have not learned the language finish. They're
yes,
still learning,
yes,
just like English.
yes.
Everybody's learning, but
Anything 6 months to 8 months, 6 to 8 months.
it's
Yeah,
good to learn language.
yeah. If you practice, bro, like if you practice intentionally, bro, yeah, you will learn. You
I
will
hope you
be
guys are
able to.
learning something.
Because
Russian Federation
you will
is
learn,
actually
bro.
not a difficult process. So, bro, another question which is quite important is,
Yeah.
what do you think about the Russian people? there are lots of propagandas
Mm-hmm.
that Russians are rude. They are, well, I wouldn't say they are generally propagandas, but it's my own belief about it.
Yeah.
They think Russians are drunks. They think Russians don't smile. They don't care about. They think some even think they're racist.
Well, my own opinion in Russia, but again, this thing is personal view,
Yeah.
right? Is that real Russians, like I always say this in most interviews that people ask me, and even on my channel too, right? Um, excuse me, real Russians are nice people. Now, nice doesn't mean they'll see you and like smile at you or
Course.
like they're nice, but Russians are one
The
breed of people
definition is
that
different.
yeah, they mind their business. Russians mind their business. Like a Russian wouldn't see you and just start casually talking to you about whatever. But if you interact with a Russian with goal, with purpose, with intent, like they wouldn't brush you off or things like that, right? They're cool, but then there are some people that let's say this is Russia, the CIS countries around those Stan, all those people. Yeah, in my opinion, I really hate to say bad things about a certain type of people, but most times they are the ones that I've had like issues with. All my encounters with
I
racism
don't
or
even consider
whatever,
them
like,
Russians.
they are not Russians, right? They
Real.
speak. Some of them don't even speak that much, but yeah.
Yeah.
But like with real Russians, bro, they are cool, man. Overall, of course, there are some messed up
Of
Russians
course,
too
it's a
everywhere,
country. Everybody cannot
and
be
there
the
are some
same.
babushkas like that would want to,
Of course.
they want to like be like, okay, like Sovietsky Soyuz, what's it called? The Soviet Union era,
Yeah.
right? They're not really open to foreigners and stuff. But besides that, man, Russians are cool people. Russians are chill people. That's just
You
my
guys are
honest
hearing it
opinion.
directly from the source, not from me this
Russians
time.
are no be me be the source.
This is
I'm
the
just
source.
someone.
Because, bro, anybody that's been here longer than you have, then
Uh-uh.
is already Russian now.
Well,
Even you are a Russian, because basically, what else is left? We'll be asking you our next question. So,
okay.
which is I always a lot of people from Nigeria that are coming directly from Nigeria tend to be interested in Moscow or St. Petersburg. If it is not Moscow or St. Petersburg, they don't want to come. What can you say about that? For we, justice for we that are in small cities.
Wait, you're in Yekaterinburg, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, well, Moscow, the main cities in Russia is Moscow, Petersburg, and I would include Kazan actually.
Yeah.
I'll include Kazan.
What about Novosibirsk? What do you think about it?
I actually don't know much about Novosibirsk. All I know is that it's very far. But there are Africans there.
Where are Africans?
Yeah, there are Africans there. I don't know anything about it being maybe remote or the infrastructure or whatever. But what I'll say is there are some smaller cities that you can still go that are still okay. Places like Voronezh. Voronezh is chilled. Places like Kursk, a lot of Africans are in Kursk. Places like Ryazan.
Nizhny Novgorod.
Nizhny is even not a small city, bro. Yeah, Nizhny is like on par with like Kazan. You feel me?
Yeah.
But there are two Nizhnys though. There is Nizhny Novgorod and there's Veliki Novgorod. So
Two different places.
yeah. But Nizhny Novgorod is chilled. I was there for a conference like last month. Bro, Nizhny is chilled, right? It's almost like Kazan. Some cities are small, but they are close to Moscow, so it's very accessible. Like Obninsk, Tula, Ryazan, all these cities. It's just a place of, there's a cheat code to it. You can be in any of these cities. You live like what's it called? Standard of living. It's like not really expensive, but on weekends or whatever, you have direct access to Moscow. So that's like a cheat code. Like you can be saving money in those small cities and still pop into Moscow whenever you want. It's like what, 2, 3, 4 hours away by road. So yeah, they shouldn't be scared of saying maybe they don't want to come to the small city or whatever. Yeah, most of these places for me, peace of mind is cool. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
That makes sense. So you mentioned you were in conference to actually, like, you went for conference to another city. So basically, how many cities in the Russian Federation have you been to?
Oh, I've lost track. I've lost track. Oh, I don't know, but
Oh,
probably between 10 or 15, maybe, or even more. I
crazy,
don't know.
crazy, crazy.
I
But
don't
which
know.
is your favorite?
That's difficult though.
Which is your
For me, it
favorite?
depends. It depends on what. I don't have a
Well,
favorite overall,
if
but
not Moscow, where in Russia?
like to live,
Yeah, if it is not Moscow.
to live, if not Moscow, it's probably Petersburg. Sha.
That's
No,
Abuja
I'll
now.
tell you why. Because
Mhm.
me, I'll be person way like I don't stay in a place.
Mhm.
And I need,
Yeah, the vibe everywhere.
yeah, I do a lot of stuff, with the creative in the creative space and the entrepreneurial space, like in amongst Africans here. So I thrive where there are a lot of African businesses and stuff. So
Mhm.
I cannot go to a place now like coach is even still okay. I cannot be in a place like maybe um, Arenborg, or like
Mhm.
this place that I'm just coming back from, Bryansk. That place, that place, I don't even know what the Africans they do for there, but
But they're there
there's,
anywhere, not Nigeria. They will be there.
like I cannot be there. I can't.
But bro, by the way, how did
Yeah.
you like evolve? Because when you came, you were even scared to go out,
Omo,
and now you cannot be confined in a city. Not even,
that's even now just if I start a talk with God, it should be another long
of
this
course, we
thing,
shouldn't
right?
make the video.
But the short story is that I became intentional of becoming a social butterfly, so to speak, right? Because what changed my life was one book. It's just one book. I think that's the first self-help book I intentionally read. Like when I was a kid, my parents forced me to like read
Mm,
Rich Dad Poor Dad, but all those times I just they read them based on say my papa say make I read
of
them.
course.
But like I read How to Win Friends and Influence People. I think it was Dale Carnegie or Andrew
Please, if you
Carnegie.
have the link,
I can't.
help us with it.
Yeah, 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 sure. So that changed my mindset about interacting with
People,
people.
relationship.
It like then I started doing research on my own, like human psychology, behavioral psychology.
Yeah.
I love psychology and philosophy a lot. Most people don't know because they think sugar's the extrovert. They do all these nerd things, but yeah. So with intent, I practiced. Like I started going up to the streets. I went to interact with Russians, and little by little, bro, I just became free with it. But the funny part is that now I'm not even wanting to go back to the,
Bro, don't go back, I beg.
introverted aspect of me
Don't
because
go
it's
back.
getting too much. It's getting too much, I beg.
Bro, is there any positive benefit in
Oh,
being an extrovert in Moscow?
uh-uh.
Like the African community, are
You
they
need to be an
benefiting
extrovert in Moscow. You cannot be in Moscow
and
and
being an
be in
introvert?
your own bubble. You will lose a lot of opportunities. Bro, there are in Moscow is the kind of place where you could walk past a millionaire in US dollars.
Wow.
They're like just there, chilling casually. So imagine you just being in your house. How many things are going on out there that you can
Yeah,
miss? Do you
opportunities.
feel me? So yeah, so there are a lot of positive benefits to not even only in Moscow, to being confident. Yeah, I wouldn't say being an extrovert, because being an extrovert, some people feel they go the reason say you guys go they go party up and
No,
down.
no, no,
Nah,
no.
bro, that's not the point of it. Like just be confident in with your own self and interact, bro. Put yourself out there.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you're giving us a lot of advices and well things to like brainstorm on.
This
Okay,
just
yeah, it's real, like for real. Over here in Moscow, I've seen a lot of things that has inspired me. You get
yeah.
like billionaires, millionaires, and you will even be wondering how are we breathing the same hair? These guys on the same land with
For
me.
real, bro.
It's
For
so
real.
crazy. So, bro, I thank you so much for your time. You're a very, very
Bro.
busy person, and of
You're
course, we have to make
welcome,
this as
bro.
short as possible.
You're
So,
welcome.
our last, I wouldn't call it a question, but our
Mm-hmm.
closing speech is like another piece of advice. Something you just want to tell those in Nigeria, because my fan base
Mm-hmm.
is
Nigeria is
Nigeria.
not
Well, Cameroon to Ghana and all,
Yeah.
but
Basically,
Nigeria,
African people that want to come here, right?
What would you like tell them?
Well, number one, do your research. Do
Definitely.
your research. Like you see, people like this guy now, he knows more stuff about me than like in the terms of helping people cut across from Nigeria. Me, I'm on some other shit. So people commenting on my social media, on my YouTube, say, boss, how can I don't really know. Right? So that in that case now, that's you're asking the wrong person. I can only tell you things like this that I'm telling you when you're already here, or how to live your life normally in those kind of settings. But meet people like this. Even his brother does amazing, bro. Like they bring in students back to back.
Shout out
right?
Femi K.
Shout out Femi K, and my OG be that. Right? So do your research. Don't get scammed.
Of course.
Right? And
of course,
just know that it's you're coming out of Africa or Nigeria for a purpose.
Yeah.
To build yourself, to look for greener pastures. So, like I said earlier, don't come now and be in Moscow and be in your room 247.
Yeah.
Where they go? Share greener pastures in your room? No. Go outside, right? Interact with people. Ask questions, bro. And something that people make mistake about: don't come as an African and mix with Africans. Mix with Russians, bro. Like, don't be shy, even if you don't understand the language, bro. Just put yourself out there.
Not really benefit you compared to Russia.
Yes, so
their country.
You guys are still gonna go back and meet yourself in Africa. So why are you chilling with Africans in a foreign land, right? Go interact with the Russians. And something that I heard from Femi K's channel, actually, you get one video where he posts one time, and learn a skill, or a couple of skills, and market yourself. So
that's Daniel.
So that's it, bro. That's it, bro.
I really appreciate your the time and attention.
Bless up,
like millions of dollars, bro.
Man. I'm honored, man. I did.
You guys watch out. Definitely let's get this video to like let's reach it out to a lot of people. Share it to your friends and for them to see and learn. And I'll be posting the link to Shugazi's profile everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything. So if you want to interact with him, definitely those have not started interacting with him yet. If you have questions, please do ask him.
Please, I beg.
He would answer you with smile.
Yes, so ask questions. Don't ask foolish questions.
Very important. Very important. Respect
Don't
yourself.
be like those people that will come to people's DM and be like,
waste the opportunity.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you?
Bro.
Oh yeah, I'm not fine.
How was the night?
Give me $1 million. You cannot give me. I'm not fine. Don't ask your question like,
definitely.
I mean, that was a joke. Besides the joke, I'm ready to answer whatever. If I sabi, I'm gonna go answer. If I no sabi, I'm gonna go tell you say I no sabi.
All right,
so
bro.
That's it, man.
Thank you so much, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, that's Dania, guys. Like the Russians will say.